Welcome to Football Fans exclusive podcast, Bruce alongside Chris. This is a place where you find real fans with authentic views. Chris, my friend, how you doing?
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be in a good mood. Chelsea won 4-0 today. 4-0 or 4-1. Not sure.
It's a bittersweet day. It's a bittersweet day.
Alright.
Bittersweet day.
Alright, before we get into the Chelsea thing, PSG got knocked out yesterday in Champions League in the round of 16. Would you say that PSG is failing, or is a failing project, or it has failed? What do you think about the PSG project? What causing it to fail?
I just think they're recruiting the wrong pieces for the PSG project. I think PSG are getting the wrong players that they need to complete, the puzzle that they're trying to solve, which is the Champions League. They're prioritizing an attack and having the best players, but then, you get players that don't work. The system can't be built properly around one player or two players. It's three players that walk. So it's not a failing project. I think PSG is a big enough club. They had money for a good while now, so they should be stable in terms of figuring out what they want to do, but then they don't keep a manager long, and then they don't have a proper club structure in regards to the players and who comes in and who goes and the type of football. I think PSG structure has changed, like the manager changes, and that's not healthy for them as a club. And I don't think they have had the club structure like Chelsea. They only have the firing policy like Chelsea. Like, no, I think Pochettino is on the brink, but they have the policy of Chelsea, but not the structure. It's on the brink.
And they could say they have the money too.
They have the money, but they're buying the wrong players. Like this summer, when they got Messi.
Look at the squad.
They should have probably gotten Thiago, because there's more of a need for Thiago than for Messi. If you see what you have, Neymar, you have Mbappe. You need somebody to give them the ball. You don't really need Messi, right? The goal isn't a problem. No, I'm not saying that any club wouldn't want Messi when, at that point. But the goal wasn't a problem. What the problem was this midfield and the defense, let's say. So you solidify the defense in a sense. But then the midfield is still a question mark. And then you probably need, if you have PSG, you need a quality coach. Has to be a quality coach.
So you're saying, Tuchel was there.
Tuchel got to the final, right? So Tuchel
never won it.
Based off what we've seen at PSG, but based off what we've seen at PSG right now, right? Every manager except Tuchel has imploded at PSG, right? Every one of them has imploded. Tuchel was the only one who got to the Champions League final. Every single one of them imploded before that. They fell out before. He's the only one who got them to the final of all the managers at PSG. Tuchel is the only one that got him to the final. And I don't think they appreciated how much he did until he left. I don't think he was appreciated, because the thing is with Tuchel, he didn't come with a glowing CV. Right? So because he didn't come with the glowing CV, I don't think they appreciated him. I think now for PSG, the type of money that they're spending, Pochettino cannot be the coach. What do you think?
I don't think it's just the coach alone. I mean, as I said, Tuchel was there, and you are the one who said that Pep has failed because he have won in Champions League at City. So therefore, with the kind of final backing that Tuchel had, he failed as well. So
I can't sap Tuchel as hard as I would sap Pep. But I can't, because Pep has 5 years at the same club. Tuchel didn't. That's the big difference with this. So for Tuchel and Klopp's challenge, the challenge is because they have had significant amount of time to build their squads. That's why you sap Pep harder than you sap every manager for the squad that he has and the time that he's built this squad. That's what he gets to sap for.
So the thing is though, Champions League, is a league based upon experience and reputation in the league. For example, what I'm saying is that Liverpool won the Champions League when they were playing Paul in England. There's something about the fans at Liverpool that carry them over the line that PSG probably don't have that kind of experience and that weight to stick to it. Yesterday, for example, the game was they should have been.
You're talking the last Champions League that Liverpool won?
No, I'm saying no. Liverpool won the Champions League
2005.
Before, yeah, they went to the finals before that as well.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the finals. Yeah, I'm talking about a period when they went to the final after that. But I'm saying they were being competitive in England, in Europe, while unable to win the league.
Yeah, it takes a different start to win the league. You have to concentrate every week.
So City and PSG, for example, City and PSG are now consistent in Europe these days. Not long ago, they weren't dominant long ago. Chelsea, for example, when Abramovich came to Chelsea was a top four club in England already, and we were playing in Europe. We had a little attack here and there in Europe, not Champions League, but they were competing in Europe. So a different level of experience. I think it shows. I think 1 year they were leading Barca 6-2. I think they were leading Barca.
Good old Emery.
Good old Emery, and Emery has won several trophies in Europe. I mean, yeah,
came to Barcelona. They came to Arsenal the next year. That's beautiful. That's what I like. Those are the smart.
And took Arsenal to the final. Fine, but I think experience.
And they lost to Chelsea. 4-0.
I think they lack the leadership though. Like yesterday, for example, right? If when the goal was scored, the first goal was scored by Benzema, I think Messi himself is not really the kind of guy who's gonna take the bull by his arm and lead the team forward. Nobody was there, for example, like when Liverpool were down 3 at half time, Mr. Steven G step up and be the difference. Like as Zidane in a World Cup, the difference Zidane in the final. Nobody at PSG, no, in the squad, you would say would be that inspirational leader who can command the troops together and to put them forward. I think that's one of the reasons though that they're struggling. So the truth is though, money alone don't solve anything. Money alone doesn't.
Yeah, I think PSG players are spoiled, and that's part of the bigger issue. They're spoiled. You cannot have Mbappe as a 21, 22-year-old. I don't remember his age at the top of my head right now, but you cannot have Mbappe walking on the field at 21 years old. That's extremely spoiled. You understand? That's very spoiled. Like it's like you're begging him to play at this point. If Mbappe, because and there's no case for Mbappe not to run, because Mbappe is better at speed. It is his threat. If he's better at speed, Mbappe is like, you know, the year 2020, 2019, 2017 is like 2017's Bale, right? Mbappe is doing what Bale used to do. There's no reason why Mbappe shouldn't run before he gets the ball. Mbappe is not good with his back to goal. There's no point, right? So for you to tell me that Mbappe doesn't run, it doesn't make any sense. And that's one of the biggest problems with PSG. The players aren't running back. They're not helping. So every other team's wing back has a field day because Messi is not coming back to tackle, Neymar is not coming back to tackle, and Mbappe is not coming back to tackle. So if you're brave enough, you have them on the counter. They have you on
PSG.
What?
PSG remind me of the Galacticos era. They're using the Galacticos approach. I mean, Galacticos, as you imagine, they never won a Champions League, and they were a good team. So I think...
Yeah, but PSG isn't a good team. That's a different statement.
No, I mean,
PSG isn't a good team. It's not a team. It's a team of
stars.
There's a lot of superstars, but it's not a team.
Superstar, yeah.
Yeah, but the Champions League needs to be won by a team.
On paper, they are good. They look good on paper, but they haven't been able to build a squad. And Tuchel going there failure too. To build a proper squad. They don't think so?
Yeah. Tuchel played against that Bayern team. So it's what I'm saying, it's a time for me. The time is where
okay.
The time, because I'm saying, like, you know, Tuchel, he didn't get a lot of time as compared to, you know, Pep Guardiola and, you know, Klopps and a lot of these managers, they got time. So it's a time factor that really, excuses Tuchel for a while.
A longer time?
What?
Okay, all right. So you need to give a coach a longer time, or they
It depends. Like for a club like PSG that's in transition because Tuchel was not losing the cups and the league and everything. He wasn't losing that. So why not give him the time? Because you're gonna get the next manager who is going to need time to work it out. So why not give him the time to, fix the squad in the way he wants it? It's like you don't expect him to get all the players, and if you see a player playing at a club, once he gets the move, it might not be the same player. So you need to, chop and change for a bit. And I think that's where PSG are at. They're at the chop and change moment, because it's not everybody you can convince to come and play in the Farmers League. That's the first thing. Right?
So that's about Farmers League. Our Farmers League, though. You think the competitiveness or lack of competitiveness in the league affects the performance in the Champions League, though?
Yeah, well, no, I don't. It shouldn't. It should help them. For the squad that they have, they can play the lesser players in the league, and then they play the better players in the Champions League, so they are fresh. So it should, because let's just say then, Bayern Munich. You think lack of competition hinders Bayern? Bayern is still a beast in the Champions League.
Still a beast.
So it can't be lack of competition, right? It's just that, PSG isn't a team. You watch PSG defend 7 players defending, and the next 3, they're at the half line walking, waiting on the ball. That's poor. No, that's not teamwork. That's not teamwork.
So who's the biggest? All right, so who's the biggest competitor? The coach or the structure of PSG, or the management of PSG, or the players? So we will give the bulk of the blame to.
I think the bulk of the blame goes to VAR, but then for the first goal, I don't think Madrid would go lying down, but the first goal was, it's a foul. If the ref doesn't see it in real time, which is what I've been saying, if the ref doesn't see it, it is fine. But if you pull up the replay and Benzema does not get the ball and he kicks the keeper foot like that, it's a foul. You cannot not see it.
But at that point in time, Madrid wasn't that goal never cost Madrid to win the game. So
no, but it changed the game. It doesn't matter. It changed the game. It's a foul. It's a foul. You cannot give a goal and then look at the replay and then say it's not a foul when the player didn't make any contact with the ball. Right? It's a foul. So you just call the foul. Right? And I think that's where the game switched, because when PSG scored first, Madrid was like, oh man, this guy scored. What are we going to do now? If we press them, they're going to counter us, so we don't know what to do. But when they get hope, it's done. This was hope.
So when I blame the keeper, Chris? When I blame the keeper? When I blame the keeper for that stupid
I do blame the keeper, right?
Oh, so VAR...
but I'm saying, no, VAR first. Because even though the keeper was wrong to put himself into that situation, he was clearing the ball and the player didn't get the ball. So even if he's wrong, it doesn't mean that you don't give him a foul because he was wrong to do what he did. If he got fouled, give him the foul. Right? So I'm saying VAR first. And Pochettino said that he doesn't understand and he will never forgive it. Right? Because he doesn't understand what VAR is doing. If they don't call that, we don't. Because again, Bruce, if the referee misses it, we have no issue. Right. We would just say, it was a tough call. But that's why he didn't say the referee. He said VAR, because if VAR doesn't see it, then there is really the problem.
That's 2-1. You're still leading. You are in the field. You're playing for PSG. What would you have done if you're in the field? Or you're coaching the team?
If I was coaching it, I would have pulled Neymar and Mbappe or Messi. Pull Neymar and Messi, both of them. And I just tell them sorry another day if they feel upset. But I pull them. I put on some players that do actually work for the team, because the team needed people to work for the team, not to be prima donnas at that time. So we can all have a great apology and a great meeting, but you're gonna come off now if you're not gonna run. I'll tell you after time and it's over.
And that's how we get to the point of blaming the coach now, because one coach.
No, at 2-1 we blame the coach. At 2-1 we blame the coach. At 2-1, we blame the coach for not, managing the game. But
so VAR,
it shouldn't have been 2-1. It shouldn't have been 2-1. That's the problem. It shouldn't have. And you agree that it wasn't a match before that goal. It wasn't a match. Before that goal, it wasn't a match. Exactly. And this is where I have this big issue with VAR rescuing big teams. I have the issue and I see it, and I'm just collecting data, because when I bring it here, When I bring it here, you cannot refute my claim. Because it happened for Liverpool. As soon as Inter Milan came back into the match, red card. Instantly, red card.
Liverpool game, you lucky to be on the field anyway. So I mean,
he was there. And the first tackle,
he was lucky to be
away. The first tackle soft. Especially since they didn't give Naby Keita a red card for tackling Trevor Chabola. But that's soft. That's that you could rub a baby's skin with that.
But fine.
That's soft.
But still, Ancelotti reacted to the match and changed his team. So I used to like Mourinho, to be a fan of Mourinho. I may agree Mourinho play. I what Mourinho use, I must say the other time, use a two play right back defending against Barcelona. Defending in life.
Yeah.
I think at no point, I mean, even Liverpool at some point start to defend a little bit in 2-1. I mean, start defending yesterday, day before. So I think Pochettino never reacted. I mean, take off my superstar. I mean, say bench him. I see it Rannick at Man U trying to bench Ronaldo. But bench one, they were walking.
Yeah.
Rumors have it other way. But so
I'm saying, even if they're, look, 7 men cannot tackle 10 men for the whole game. It's almost impossible for 7 of them to tackle him. So at some point, even though they're putting up a valiant effort, they're gonna get tired.
Okay, but Chris, why when Neymar gave away the ball and Magic dribbling the ball from so far, nobody did that for the team?
Because everybody's pointing the finger. Everybody's pointing the finger at the other one. See now there are rumors that Neymar and Donnarumma had a big bust up about the goal.
Yeah,
so Neymar lost the ball and he should have tackled back for the ball or something. But it's only a problem when they lose. This should be an issue from a long time ago. Why you don't tackle back for the ball? Why has he lose the ball, he stand up? This cannot work. This is 3 prima donnas. Who's faster than Mbappe? Why Mbappe didn't catch him? None of them is faster than him. Why is not tackling people?
A commitment and the urgency.
They're not committed. They're just here for a paycheck. Because now you look.
Part of it too. You as a coach, Chris, you have to get the best of the players, and apparently he has not been even a poor job in terms of motivating them.
I don't think.
Passion,
listen, I'm not a fan of Pochettino because I don't think he wins titles a lot. But I don't think it's Pochettino's fault for not being able to motivate a lot of these players. Right? Like Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. I don't think it's Pochettino's fault. I think these players are just real prima donnas.
But Chris,
they're very passionate and they're very much more interested in the business of football. I think what kept Messi running so long was his love for Barcelona. So now he doesn't have this love attached to Barcelona right now because he's not there. It's hard to get him to play. Pochettino cannot get Messi to play. Pochettino hasn't won maybe a 10th of the title that Messi's have won. How is Pochettino going to tell him to do anything? And Pochettino is a great manager like that we have in high regard. Probably Eric Ten Hag could tell Messi to run more than Pochettino because he's won so many titles at Netherlands. They might assume he knows something as compared to Pochettino, who had won nothing at Tottenham. So it's hard for him to motivate.
When I think though that I give Pep for his rating is management skill. I think at PSG lacking.
I think Pep would have had problems with PSG. I don't think Pep would have got him. I don't think Pep would have bought him. I don't think Pep would have bought him. Because Pep knows if he buys these 3 players, he's not in charge of the dressing room. Because the chairman is going to fight for it, and it's going to cost so much to get rid of them. He's not going to buy them. And I think he knew the problem from me saying he was going to sign Messi. He wasn't going to sign Messi. Because he's saying, look, it's going to be a problem. I have Mahrez, I have De Bruyne who wants to be the best in the world. Now you bring the best in the world in this squad. It's just going to be a problem. Right?
Yeah, you mentioned Messi though. You mentioned Messi. Is this the end of line of Messi? Based on his performances?